Hey, if we could, guys, make a little bit of noise for the men's final. All right. There's Patrick, there he is. I'm going to introduce first the challenger from Woodshop, Ken Beaton. Now, so you did select no-gi, I assume?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. And the defending champion from the Butcher Shop, Patrick MacInnis, right? Shake hands, guys. Now, before we get underway, as Ken had the least combined fight time for the day, he did elect for the final to be no-gi, so we'll see if that was the right call. Right? Let's go, guys.
All right, we're back with the championship round of the men's division at Season 5 Rogue Grand Prix between the former champion, the current defending champion, rather, Patrick MacInnis versus Ken the Crippler Beaton. Now, you might notice that they're not wearing a gi. That is because where Ken got the quicker submission, he had the least amount of mat time in his last two matches, he decides what it's going to be, gi or no gi, and he has opted for no gi. How do you think that plays out for him, John?
I think he's more comfortable no-gi. That's his game, and that's why he picked it, right? And it's going to really show, he's a great leg locker, but he's limited with the heel hooks. And pass just your classical pass and take the back and finish from there.
And
so
there's
knee bar
Ken's.
locked in.
We get Ken's
transition into the straight ankle.
Now Ken's main attack is that heel hook. So let's see what he does to opt it. He did the straight ankle before. Let's see how Pat reacts to it. Looks like Ken needs to kind of refeed, get the knee line here.
Oh, interesting. Nice.
Ken's very mobile in these positions. He has such a high IQ being on bottom that I think Pat needs to really address where Ken's hips are at all time.
Yeah, he's got very active hips on the bottom. Ken catching his breath a little bit.
Ken's so comfortable down there, though, right? Like you get to see Ken in a lot of these positions. He competes very avidly, and every time he competes, you really do get a sense that he gets better every time, and I don't even know how that's possible sometimes.
And I saw he had the body triangle locked up. I think that's a good strategy if you're fighting Pat, to try to gas him with pressure, because you can't gas him with transitions and scrambles.
No, Pat has some amazing cardio. 2 minutes into this match now, though, and we've already seen some lag attacks defended. What does that do for Pat's confidence, knowing Ken is a lag locker?
Yeah, I think being in the no-gi might help Pat a little bit, too. A little bit slipperier.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think both of these athletes prefer no-gi. I don't think that's too much of a secret with Ken, and I haven't talked to Pat about it, but Pat is very, very good at looking for the back, at passing the guard. He looks very, very comfortable no-gi, and I think that's going to really help him. But, this is a very interesting submission Ken is looking to put on.
A little bit of a rubber guard.
I wish I could have that flexibility.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to walk trying out after that.
No. Both of these athletes really have to respect each other's movement, though. You can't overextend yourself. You can't give someone an inch. If you give one of these guys an inch, they're going to take a mile. They're going to take that.
Well,
unfortunately, that mile might be your joint.
Yeah, and this match, this is nice because now they've gotten to where they want to be. They're in the finals. Now they can take their time and finish their game.
And it's really important to note that both of these guys have experience in title fights. Ken is a Fight League Atlantic Kumite champion.
Yes.
Pat, as we've talked about, is he's the first male competitor to defend his title.
Yeah, it's a great accomplishment, especially seeing that he doesn't compete that much. It just shows what kind of IQ he's got.
Oh, of course, a great little hip bump sweep by Ken, but Pat defends very well. Now we end up back in half guard.
Oh, Pat was looking for a little toe hold there.
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to go for that, but maybe he decided the lag entanglements aren't the best strategy against Ken.
And notice that Pat likes to pass. Doesn't seem to like to attack the legs.
Ken doing a great job looking for the legs, but has to let it go. You know, that's the thing about Ken, though, too. If the more he attacks the legs, if things aren't going his way, he's really good at just kind of pulling back, resetting, and looking for those opportunities. He's in no rush.
No.
We're 4 minutes into a match that could go for 4 hours.
Yes.
He doesn't need to get something instantly. There's no reward for the quick submission anymore because his reward is choosing Nogi, which is his bread and butter in this title fight.
Yeah, they're, like I said before, they're where they want to be. They got past the gi matches, they got past their first 2 matches, or 3 matches, sorry, and now they're just, the whole goal now is to get that belt. There's no more advantages now.
There's honestly a little bit of freedom in that too, though. You don't have to worry about any game planning. It's go out and play your game, win your title.
Exactly.
There's no quick sub here. Should I jump off on that? It is, you know what? Let's get to where I need to go. Let's be in the driver's seat, and let's go win this belt.
Yeah, 'cause there's so much strategy just getting here. But after that, once you get to this match, it's just beating that other person across from you. No points, no time limit. And
You know, Pat's tried a couple of different ways of passing, and he has shown a little bit of advancement before Ken starts to really kind of attack the legs again. So I'm kind of interested to see moving forward. Does he have any more passes in his arsenal that he's comfortable with? What does he want to work for? Because the more time he lays kind of down in this closed guard, kind of more opens up for Ken. He can look at choi bars. He can look at those front headlocks that he can sit up for. He's very flexible. And if you're going to sit back on that, we've already seen Ken look for those hip bump sweeps.
there it is again. Pat had a good grip on that arm.
Pat likes to do that reach back guard or close break, which can be a good strategy to separate those legs, because he really needs to just step over one, but it can also be a double-edged sword, because if he does get his posture broken and with his arm back there, triangles, arm bars, all those things exist.
I wonder if he just uses that to bait too.
You know what? I think he very well could. You know, Pat's a very high IQ guy. As he's shown throughout this, if there's one thing that we can give him the benefit of the doubt on, besides his cardio and toughness, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt on his smarts.
Yes.
He is a smart grappler. He has shown that he can get anywhere on anyone and really start to attack.
And he's good at scrambles, so, you know, letting your opponent bait the triangle is great. Easy to pass a guard in the nogi. Ooh, almost a wrist lock.
We've seen some wrist locks in the Rogue Grand Prix before. Who knows? Maybe we'll see some more today. Ken looking to dig out a leg again. He does have a bite on the ankle now.
Keep your legs gripped tight. Tight grip your action. Go inside, sink activated.
I couldn't think of a corner more dangerous with the legs
Yes.
than Jared McIntosh
The
cornering
OG,
Ken Beaton.
the OG, the man.
Oh, yeah.
Jared McIntosh.
Shout out to Jared McIntosh and the Pictou County crew and the woodshop crew that Ken Beaton represents. And a belly down ankle lock. Let's see where this goes.
Wow.
Pat doing a great job. Wow, he's
And
tough.
now he's out of danger. Wow.
That had to have hurt. That had to have hurt. Wow, Patrick's tough. The crowd loving it in here. That's got to be a boost of confidence for Pat, knowing that he can survive those tight ankle locks.
Yeah. His confidence is just going to keep gaining and gaining. I wonder what that does to Ken's confidence.
Well, I think one thing I always write down when I write down keys to victory for Ken is been there before.
Yeah.
There's no place you can go with Ken that he hasn't been, whether it's been a good or a bad spot for him. See, like that, he's getting stacked and he can start digging out the legs. Now he immediately goes to the top line.
Pat posturing good.
Pat does seem to have a considerable size advantage.
Yeah, and he is strong. So strong. Good grips. Even in nogi, he's got some strong grips. You think you're just going to break that wrist grab? No.
Well, you could even hear Ken's corner saying, "Don't let him have that wrist. Don't let him have that wrist," because a 2-on-1 for Pat that's a tough grip to break.
Yeah, so strong. And we're pushing in on 9 minutes here. Ken going for that hip bump again.
Oh, the hip bump. He finally gets a hip bump, and now he gets to play that top position. Front headlock falls off. Now we're in a dogfight position, and
Pat
Ken
going for the
remains on
head.
top.
Yeah, Pat seems fishing for a guillotine there. But now he's back on top again. Ken's got that Udigatami position. That's a hard one to finish, Nogi, after sweating for 9 minutes.
It is, and that's the thing. As we're now approaching 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Jiu-jitsu matches, the longest typical ones, even at IBJJF, ADCC, they're 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes.
When you get into these long, drawn-out matches, no time limit like the Rogue Grand Prix offers, you get tired, you get sweaty, things are slippery, your grip is a little bit weaker with every passing second. So it's harder to finish certain submissions.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Especially that one there, that Udigatami, that straight arm bar, it's really difficult.
Now Ken looking to play some octopus dart to get up. But,
onto the back.
What a scramble.
Wow.
And Pat's able to get to the back. Ken needs to start fighting the hands here.
And he's got the body lock on, body triangle.
Pat close to becoming the first male champion to successfully win his belt back. But Ken has been here before. He's fighting the hands well. He knows what to do. We'll see if he can get the finish here.
Can't see if he's under the chin or not.
He looks like he's above the chin.
He's locking it in.
Yeah, he needs to fight that,
squeezing.
strip that top hand.
And
And
there's a
Ken
tap.
taps. And Pat MacInnis becomes the first male champion to repeat at the Rogue Grand Prix. Season 4 and 5 winner, Pat MacInnis, everyone, with a flawless performance today over some of the toughest athletes the Maritime has to offer.
How long was that final?
10:42.
10:42. Thanks. Great match, man. Congratulations.
Right.
Great battle. Hey guys, let's go this way. And for the first time ever, we have a defending Grand Prix champion for the men. Right? Oh. We're gonna get you over for an interview once you have a second to catch your breath, brother. Right? Congratulations, man.